The more I progress through life, the more I'm seeing the connection between the science and the spiritual, the physical and the spiritual, and it can't be ignored. But you can't ignore one versus, the other. You
Hmm.
can't just totally lean into science and you can't totally lean into the spiritual. They're too connected.
Correct.
And so where do you see modern culture working against human flourishing?
But where do we be? We don't have enough time to talk about that. Everything. I mean, I would say over the last, we've in a way become much more physical, um, even though we've become technically much more spiritual. What do I mean by that? It's that like what we're doing now, right? 20 years ago, we couldn't have had this talk, right? Everything is spiritual today. Everything is virtual. It's all zeros and ones and energy, right? Everything we're doing. However, instead of bringing us, some ways it can bring us closer, right? And that takes effort. All the spiritual technology, because 100 years ago, if you would have explained, you know, YouTube to somebody, they would have thought you're insane. You're crazy, right? So we have all this incredible technology that 100 years ago would have been considered spiritual, but it takes effort to use it to help people connect. It's much easier to scroll, to get on social media and catastrophize. And I think that's one way we have to recognize that there's nothing wrong. There's um, this landmark case now against social media just came out, right? Just was Facebook and I don't exactly remember how many, but Facebook and a couple other social media platforms have been um, punished with like billions of dollars. You see this thing?
I
Billions
think
of
so.
dollars. Yeah, it just came out. That is as addictive as tobacco, basically. That's what the courts are saying. And they have billions and billions of dollars in damages to pay. So, and it's true. And that's what we're doing. We're really damaging ourselves. Um, but we have the opportunity to really connect with anybody like this show that you have, this podcast can connect people all over the world, but that takes effort. It's easier for us to catastrophize. And what's happening is that all this social media is just, unfortunately, I mean, it's not news to anybody. It's separating us. So we're not using the technology that's, you know, science is amazing. What is discovered, right? What it has done. All these computer scientists have given us these incredible breakthroughs. I just don't think they're getting that it's really a way for us to connect. Early in the 90s, I remember there was like there were a few social media like platforms before the modern iterations of social media platforms that were trying to bring people together. Do you remember this thing called the Well? It was in the 90s.
I don't remember that one.
And it was not monetized. There was no advertising, nothing like that. It was just bringing people together and it was very deep. And somewhere along the way, we started monetizing it and clicks and advertising and it destroyed it. And now it's all about how controversial can you be? And I think that's really, because it's not just kids, it's adults too. It's baby boomers and Gen X who are online and they're taking, and they know it, they're taking too much time catastrophizing. You catastrophize a little bit. Check the news for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think we have these great, the other side, we have these great gifts to center us, to bring us, make us whole, because we can do these things like you're doing here. And it's very admirable, right? And you couldn't do it 20, 30 years ago. You could change the world with one podcast. But I think that's the that's the problem and also the solution is this technology.